All right, 20 seconds, guys. Start this puppy in 20 seconds. Let me know if you guys will be able to hear me and see me okay. Let's see if we have any buffering. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Dave Neal. Hey, that's it. We did it. That was a wild one. A wild one tonight. Emily says, what is wrong with the leads now that they all say they're falling in love with everyone? Well, that's what I wanted to talk about, folks. I wanted to talk about that. Let's see if we have the right system set up. That is not the right graphic. That's for later. And that's the wrong one as well. Here we go. Tertiary, secondary. All right, let's get into it. So, yeah, we have Bachelor Clayton tells 3 women he's in love. That happened, right? And then we had Ari. Where's he? Ari did the same thing. Ari said, I love you to more than one woman on the show. So, I'm not here to get outrageous about Charity doing it. I'm just wondering. Let's go to the trending Bachelorette. I'm just wondering, how do we cope with that? Dotton is classy. Isabella, good to see you. Hello, everyone. This is when Gabby broke up with Clayton before she knew she was gay or bisexual or whatever she is. This man was knitting a red flag and I was too blind to see it. Was he really knitting a red flag? I feel like they made that up. All right. Xavier said, I tried to control my girlfriend and when that didn't work, I cheated on her. Might do it again, to be honest. That was a tough one, you know, because on one end, I kind of feel like Xavier was trying to, I don't know, be honest, but on the other end, it's like, all right, buddy, like, if you're at that stage where you don't know about the challenges of being in a monogamous relationship, it's a tough thing to leap into this show, you know? All right. We're going to do a nice little hour here. I got the voicemail line queued up. Should we get right into it? Let's play your voicemails. All right, let's start with Amy. Actually, this was from before the episode.
Hey, Dave. It's Amy from Plainfield, Illinois. I was calling to ask, I don't know if you saw my comment or not, and I maybe just missed it, but I was hoping that you could record your live streams and then put them on the channel just in case we can't catch them live, because I love to watch the pre and post things, but sometimes it's just too late or whatever that I miss it. So it would be great if you could do that. And thank you for keeping up all the hard work for us. The reliability of this pod is very helpful for me. So I appreciate it. Thanks.
Amy, you would like me to put the live streams up on the YouTube channel. Your wish is my command. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can search by home, by videos, by shorts, and you can also hit the live button. And all of our past live streams are right there. Wow, fantastic thumbnails. Look at those lovely live streams. But I appreciate you asking, and now you know where to find it. There's also playlists, which is interesting. If you want to see the playlist, we've got Sean Booth and Golden Bachelor. You know what playlist I had to update today? I have a breakup playlist. That's right. I didn't realize I had this. I have a playlist which shares all of the breaking news of who's breaking up. They're all in the breakup playlist. When Serene and Brandon broke up, Bachelor and couples breaking up, Jason and Caitlin breaking up. So anyway, we've got that and all these other playlists. I have a Maddie playlist. I have a Driving with Dave playlist. Perfect Match, influencer stuff. Demi. Okay, so many different things you can do. I know. It's hard. Some people, they're always like, Dave, I haven't heard from your channel in a while. And it's like, well, that's because YouTube hasn't been recommending me, but it looks like we're back in full force here. All right, let's go to some voicemails. If you are new to the channel, hello, everybody. I believe we're the only Bachelor Nation channel that does voicemails, so we love to hear from you. I'm sipping on my Diet Coke, a nice cold diet soda, and let's go to voicemails. Dave in Illinois, I believe driving to Alabama. Do I have that right? Let's listen.
Hey, Dave. Dave in Illinois, actually in Missouri right now. Anyway, got to hand it to Xavier. Guy's got some major stones to say, hey, I'm not sure, but maybe after tonight I will be, and look her straight in the eye and say that. So got to hand it to him, but she obviously made the right decision. Although I think it was kind of crazy. It looks like she's inviting Aaron back to round out the three. So she's a bit all over the place. So I guess the messy season that we wanted is unfolding. Talk to you later. Bye.
Dave in Illinois, actually in Missouri. I believe you're driving to Alabama. Is that right? Let me know. Are you going to Bob Evans in Missouri? That's a good one, right? Will you be driving through Nashville? If you are, say hi to Caitlin. Actually, no, Caitlin's in Los Angeles now, but maybe Jason's in Nashville. Either way, yeah. And again, messy in the sense that Charity doesn't necessarily know which, she's unearthing the moral fiber of these men. How is she to know who she wants to pick if she doesn't even know that Xavier cheated on his ex? Xavier said he cheated on his ex multiple times in his boys. And Charity was like, so what did you learn about it? And he's like, I learned to close the door when girls are trying to hook up with me. It's a tough one if you haven't properly ever been pushed on the subject matter. And I'm assuming none of Xavier's buddies pushed him on it. So it's a tough one to know how to respond to that. But he brought it up. Xavier brought it up to Charity. So you'd think that he would have a better answer. And just like you said, yeah, he was like, all right, well, let's see how it goes after tonight. And Charity's like, you are not getting a key to my fantasy suite. All right, Celeste in Beeville, Texas. Yours truly. You're up next.
Hey, Dave. It's me, Celeste. I'm calling from Beeville, Texas. And tonight's episode, I feel really bad for Charity. I mean, I loved how she stood her ground with Xavier. She kept pressing, but she was very direct, and she didn't, accept any of his, BS or any of that. But for some reason, I don't know what the hell was wrong with Xavier. Like, he couldn't give her a straight answer. I don't know. It's like, what the hell? But anyway, for Aaron to show up just out of the blue like that was crazy. I mean, that was a real coincidence because Brayden did the same thing, but yet Aaron was the one that was throwing Brayden under the bus, saying all this stuff. I just thought that was really gnarly. But anyway, thanks.
Oh,
Bye.
Interesting. All right, I like your point. I never thought of it that way. So Aaron and Brandon, and of course, I think they're buddies now. So it's all water under the bridge, water under the Fijian bridge. Aaron accused Brayden. Did I say Brandon before? Brayden of wasting everyone else's time because Brayden came back after he was dumped, right? Or after he dumped, whatever. Well, now Aaron did the same thing. But of course, it's different now that Aaron's not exactly wasting anybody's time by showing up. He's wasting Charity's time at the pool, which of course was staged. She might not have known it, but they were like, oh, go by the pool, have a daiquiri. Bring in the boys. You know what I mean? It was interesting. I'm not one to look at it like just like you. I'll look at it sort of hypocritically and be like, all right, yeah, if ever you take any sort of form of moral superiority, you'll get called out because everyone's trying their best, and you'll probably do the same thing someone else is doing. So Aaron, having called out Brayden, now is kind of in the same boat, but I don't blame him for coming back. Clearly, the producers are like, want a trip to Fiji? And he's like, I'll shoot my shot, and if it doesn't work out, I'll go on, what do they call the Tinder in Fiji? Is it Fijinder? Fiji? Finder? All right, let's go to Bruce in Oregon. You're up next.
Bruce from Oregon. Dave, I wrote a limerick. Let's go. Here it is. There once was a dude named Javier. Would he be our Bachelorette Xavier. He went on a date to set the record straight. Now he's gone for his misbehavior. All right, that's all I got. See you. Bye.
I like that was A for effort. You rhymed Xavier with Savior. That was good. Xavier and Savior. Very nice. Limerick. We're always open to limericks, of course. Follows the AABBA. Is that right? AABBA. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, Jackie, let's go. You're up in Lawrence, Kentucky. Kansas, excuse me.
I'm Jackie, and I'm from Lawrence, Kansas, and I am just absolutely flabbergasted by tonight's episode. It was total whiplash. I really didn't realize how hard I needed to buckle up. This season is good. This season is the best Bachelorette in a long time. I don't know who's going to be the next lead, and I certainly don't know who she's going to pick, but I really hope it's Dotun.
All right, so you say you have total whiplash. And yeah, no, look, I don't disagree. I mean, on one end, she sent Xavier home. That was kind of a big deal. And then on the other, Aaron's like, I couldn't help but notice you had an extra fantasy suite. You want to use it? And then she's like, maybe, I don't know. So they left us hanging, as they do. Look, I got voicemail lines wide open, folks. As you guys know, the more voicemails, the merrier on any night out ever. I don't know what I look like, but it's fun. It doesn't matter. And what else do we have here? Charity's hair on the jet ski. I got to go my own way. Yeah, hey, look. No one's hair is staying put on a jet ski unless you like dress like a madman with the gel. All right, let's go to your voicemails. We had a couple left, but feel free to call in. Another one from Illinois.
Hey, Dave. This is Bella from Illinois. I was just calling to see if how much you think Aaron coming back is actually Charity wanting Aaron to come back, or how much it is a producer push to get him back since Xavier's gone. All right. Love the channel. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. It's definitely a producer. It's a producer thing. You know, maybe they knew she was going to be down to 2 guys. Maybe they brought him back for safety. You have to remember, sometimes they'll bring people back that'll never even get a chance. And sometimes they're brought back and they have a chance. Obviously, with Xavier quick exiting, Bachelor Fantic said the infidelity out of left field, not our knitting king. Yeah, that's right. And my thought with the infidelity, is it a red flag? Sure. Does a red flag mean a relationship can't work? No. A red flag means warning, watch out. That's all. So does Charity have the time and patience to deal with Xavier's red flag if Joey and or Dotun don't have red flags? I don't know. Let's do a voicemail prompt. 401-213-9828. Let's talk about Charity saying she's in love with multiple men. I'm not here to blast Charity whatsoever. You know, we're big fans of the way the show is going and Charity. Her season seems like it's a ton of fun. But this is why the season begins today. Let's just take Aaron out of the equation for a second, okay? Because he kind of came in late. We don't know how it's going to go. Let's say before Aaron came out, we have Joey and Dotun, right? She says, I'm in love to both of them. How does the other one take that, watching it back, knowing, let's assume she chooses A, and then B said, I love you to B. Now A's like, but you told him the same thing you told me. So now does that person then question where Charity's at? You know, I'll tell you this. Can you overcome that on the show? Yes. But also it must not be easy. It must not be easy. I mean, when you look back at Sean Booth and Nick Viall, Sean could never get over Nick, and he was kind of like, he just couldn't forgive. While we haven't seen Joey or Dotun in that scenario, we also know they haven't been confronted yet with the fact that she said, I love you to somebody else. Now, when Clayton did it, Bachelor Clayton tells 3 women he's in love, 2 women he was intimate with both. Okay, so he told 3 women. Is telling 3 women worse than telling 2? Like, at what point is it okay versus not okay? Will we, and again, be careful, Dave, you're going to make some people upset. because obviously Clayton said he was intimate, a little bit different, right? He did it in person versus individually. Yeah, we get all that. I'm sure in his twisted mind, he was like, I wanted to break the news collectively. That's like when you tell a group of people they're laid off versus one-on-one. So my question for you guys is this. Are we judging Charity in a more gentle fashion because she's a woman and because the audience is 92% women? So are we judging Charity as the hero, and did we judge Clayton as the villain? Where are we with this? Because I don't see, and again, I'm in full support of Charity. Tell all the guys you love them for all I care. But I'm looking at this going, no, it's not a direct comparison, but it feels a little bit like we're acting a little differently than we would have been. All right, let's go to LJ in New York. And by the way, call me out, call me a sexist pig, whatever. I'm just trying to be fair here, so let me know. All right, let's go to LJ.
Hi, this is LJ from Horseheads, New York.
Horsehead.
I just want to say that I think a lot of these people that say they're in love with more than one, they're just not really sure which one they should pick, because they're all such good candidates and they want to make sure that they're picking the right one. So I think they just say that they're in love with them all, which may be true, but still, they're not going to say which one they're going to pick early because, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm with you on the idea. And again, Zelda said this. I believe Zelda from Newport, Rhode Island, right? Said, I like it when the lead doesn't say I love you until the final rose. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different way to run the show where the lead is tight-lipped about who they truly like. I guess here, it's better that Charity told both of them that she loved them than just one. Because if she tells one she loves them and doesn't tell the other, then we pretty much know who she's going to choose. If she tells both of them, now we have what we like to call a good old-fashioned kerfuffle. Let's go to Nurse from Canada, Mrs. B.
Hey, Dave. It's Mrs. B from Hamilton, Ontario. Just like all the previous weeks, I'm missing most of the episodes because my city TV just doesn't want to stream it to me. It is what it is. I'm just calling in to wish Araceli a very, very, very happy belated birthday from, all of us on page. Yep. Araceli celebrated her birthday this weekend, and we love Araceli. So happy birthday, Araceli, and I hope everybody enjoyed the episode tonight, and I will be catching up on everything tomorrow. Have a great night.
Yes, happy birthday, Araceli. I didn't realize your birthday was over the weekend, so happy birthday. I hope you celebrated and danced the night away. Denise says the show would be over if Charity only told one person. There would be no interest. Yeah, my guess is if Charity only told Joey she loved him, they would have just edited that part out. But because it's still relatively neutral in that she told both, it's interesting. And others had said, Rachel said, I think that's the new precedent. The leads now have to say love to an extent for it to feel legitimate. Gone are the days where it was withheld. Yeah, and I guess every season was different because in the end, it is Charity's decision to share that. But it's pretty wild to say you're in love with somebody. And even though we as an audience know she's saying it to both guys, let's say she chooses Joey and then Dotun, he's going to be crushed, or vice versa. If she chooses Dotun, Joey's going to be crushed because you told me you loved me. I thought that was official,
Hey, it's Little Miss Maybe from Minnesota, and I think Aaron is annoying, but I think he knows what he wants, and that's attractive. I think Joey and Charity would not work out if she had picked him, and I think Dotun is just a breath of fresh air, and I hope that she picks him. That's all I got to say.
Little Miss Maybe from Minnesota. Love the alliteration. Hoping she picks Dotun. He is a breath of fresh air. The way he was like, when she said she loved him, he almost was surprised. He's like, yeah, I'm in love with you too. I'm so in love with you. It was just like, it doesn't always have to be like the way Hollywood makes it out to be, where it's some giant, I wanted to profess, sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with you. Sometimes you blurt it out.
Hello, Sabine from Canada. Quick comment. I was really impressed that Charity can clearly drive shift.
Yeah.
And I think that dates with the buggies and going to the waterfall seemed like the most fun. And I'm curious, out of the dates of tonight, which one would you take your wife on, if any?
Oh,
Bye.
good question. Which date would I take my wife on? Hey, Tasha, do you have a date preference from what we saw tonight? I don't know if she can hear me. Hey, honey, you in the shower? She might be in the shower. Let's see if we can get Tasha in here. Wait, would you rather have a sea-doo or a private island? Tasha? Can you come in here? All right, I have a question for you. Would you rather have the sea-doo date or the date where you got hoisted at like the Queen, the Queen of Fiji date? She goes, how about both? That's the buffet style of Tasha Marie, everybody. She said, give it all to me, baby. Why do one when we can do all of it? That's the hedonist lifestyle? Very funny. Yeah, I personally, I would have enjoyed the date where they sea-doo to the private island. I would have liked that better than now culturally, I would have enjoyed the Fiji, drummers and the dance. I would have liked that experience, but the idea of showing up to a private sandbar, I think would have been the date for me. As far as the evening portion of the date, those are all kind of the same. All right, let's go to Rachel in Virginia.
Hi, Dave. It's Rachel from Virginia. Okay, so 2 things. The reaction to tonight's episode, we watched the Xavier clip saying he was unfaithful in the pre-show.
Yeah.
That conversation was way worse and way more detailed than I thought,
Yes.
and I did not expect him to be sent home tonight. So, good show, terrible reality for Charity. That was crazy. Next, you asked about Charity saying she's in love with multiple men. I feel like a few years ago, this is a new precedent. Ben Higgins broke the internet when he said he was in love with Lauren and JoJo. That never happened. But now it feels like the leads kind of have to say that. And if they don't, it means they're not really into everyone they have left. I don't really care. I don't know. I think as long as they don't say, I love you, which is love level 4 in Game of Roses terms, it's fair game. Bye.
Thank you so much, Rachel from Virginia. Always appreciate the phone call. Bachelor's Ben Higgins regrets telling 2 women he loved them on TV. I could have been wiser. Yeah, you're right. Can you imagine how long ago this was? Let's see what he had to say here. Let's see if we can play this.
Site the whole time I was the Bachelor.
All right, let's get to this. Bachelor regrets.
Regret not wearing more comfortable shoes to rose ceremony.
Get to the big stuff.
But I had a really bad parasite that I had to go through. I'll say, I think they said it before me and they just didn't show it or they just hid it. No. I just wish I would have communicated it. Maybe, yeah. Maybe if you phrase a question like that, do I regret saying it? Yes. But it felt at the time like the right thing to do because it was validating. I just think it was also, now it feels like it was manipulating as well because it just made me feel a little bit better about making sure they both knew where I was at. And so I probably could have been wiser in not saying.
Good God, what was that answer? Someone asked the other day if I have a bone to pick with Ben Higgins. I don't. I just don't like how he botched his response in that video, which, by the way, became a huge video for us. I'm going to show you right now the numbers. I made a video last week. Hold on while I pull it up here. I'm pulling it up on the other screen. I don't want to show this to you guys until I have the content here. But I made this video, and it was called Ben's Bitter. Here it is, 30,000 views. Ben's bitter response to ex-fiance. I'm assuming most of you guys watched it. 3 times the normal amount of views. It's still getting a ton of views. It was just a wild response by Ben. I thought, at least, in response to Lauren Bushnell. Is that her name? Lauren Lane or whatever? Lauren Kane Lane? Zane? And he was responding to what he thought his ex said, but through the paraphrasing of his co-host, Ashley. It was just a complete mess. A real mess. Either way, he was lambasted something like 6 or 7 years ago when he was Bachelor, and Now it's pretty normal. Now it's just normal. It's like the Oprah Winfrey effect. Look under your chairs. Everybody gets an I love you. All right.
Hey, Dave. Sherry here, fellow Rhode Islander, currently in Delaware. Something I mentioned in the chat earlier, and I kind of stick by this. I know this is very old-fashioned, very corny, but that's all right. I never denied it. I think it is possible to love and really appreciate deeply more than one man at a time. I do not believe it's possible to be with more than one at a time. I mean, that feeling is just so sweeping. It takes over your entire body and soul. You cannot be in love with more than one guy at a time. I'm sorry. Unless maybe you're multiple personality. I don't think so. Anyway, have a good night. Bye.
Thank you, Sherry from Delaware, or from Rhode Island, living in Delaware. I hear what you're saying. Does Charity love multiple guys, or is it a lust? I mean, she's only known them for, 3 weeks at this point. So chances are you can feel like you're in love, but in hindsight, maybe it's not love. And that might be what she tells the guys. So say she's got two guys. Let's call them Jordan and Jared. Let's say she tells both Jordan and Jared she loves them to death. Then she chooses Jared. But then Jared goes, but you told me you loved Jordan. You said to him the same thing you said to me. How do I know you love me more? And she goes, look, I was in a cult. I didn't have access to my senses. I felt lust, but my love for you has grown through these roots, and it's strong, and I didn't love him the way I love you, whatever, So I can see that being the case, that you think that you love. Now, could you actually love multiple people? I also think, some personality types maybe are better at multitasking than others.
Hey, Dave, it's Grace from Illinois. Illinoisans representing tonight.
Whoop, whoop.
I was just going to say, I thought it was interesting that Xavier brought up the cheating during the dinner conversation. Like, he could have waited and saved that for the fantasy date behind closed doors where there were no cameras. So, just thought that was weird.
Yes, good point. Very good point. Xavier could have waited till the fantasy part of the date to bring that up behind closed doors. You know what? That would have been better, because then he could tell Charity exactly what went down and she could make her decision. But imagine so now Charity goes, all right, it would be hypocritical if I kept him, because she has to make a decision knowing the audience is going to react. Lori's Hearts says, totally disagree because I'm polyamorous and definitely feel like I can be in love with more than one person at a time. I hear ya. It's complicated and it's three-dimensional. Absolutely. I mean, not everyone can be that way, but that's why love exists on a spectrum. All right, we got the phone lines wide open. You guys are crushing it tonight. 401-213-9828. So I still haven't really, as far as why we're okay with Charity saying I love you to multiple men, but we crushed Ben Higgins for it. Guys, I'm not getting an answer that makes sense other than, well, things have changed now. No, let's be honest. Ben did it. He was a man. Clayton did it. He was a man. We got mad at the guys who did it because we felt like they were being F-boys or they were over-promising things or whatever. I'm calling everybody out right now. We should be holding everyone to the same level, right?
Bruce from Oregon. Dave, on the matter of telling all these ladies you're in love with them, the show really sets you up for this. They set you up with 20 people. Who's to say you're not going to fall in love with 2 or 3 at the same time? I mean, that's life, right? The design of the show. Now, I remember with Clayton, you said he's a football guy, maybe he's a military guy. He's ready to follow orders, and he's a people pleaser. So he's going to tell them all he's in love with them and do what they want because he's trying to go along with the show. Now, with Charity, I don't feel like she's not a football player. She's not a people pleaser. So how is it different? I think it's the design of the show. It's not about the individual who is the lead. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, Bruce is throwing fastballs right down the middle. Can't touch him. Bruce. Bruce the Moose. Bruce the Moose. Everybody. Bruce the Moose. Bruce the Moose. Bruce the Moose. Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't explain why as an audience we're okay with Charity doing it. And again, the only thing I see here, which probably angers people, is that it's a gender thing. That's it. That's the only difference here, is that we're okay with her doing it because we trust her more than we trusted Ben or Clayton, and maybe we empathize. The collective audience might empathize with Charity in a way where when Clayton and Ben did it, it was like, these guys are the worst. They're there for the wrong reasons and all these things, right? Again, I don't know. The phone lines are lighting up. I'm trying to cattle prod you guys to a response. But yeah, Bruce, good point. So I don't think Clayton, so he was probably easy to manipulate in that way. Absolutely. All right. Thanks for the phone call. Let's go to Jen. You're up.
Hi, this is Jen. So I watched the episode tonight, and I actually saw red flags. Oh, I'm from Illinois.
Everyone from Illinois. Illinois is the state to be in tonight. Big energy. Illinois, do you watch this on East Coast time?
I actually saw red flags in Dotton in the beginning when he had said that he didn't actually know what the show was about until about 4 weeks prior. And he said that he thought about it for 4 weeks or, among that time, and he figured it out that he could be with Charity, which I see their connection for sure. But it just seems weird that he only really thought about marriage for maybe 4 weeks.
Well,
thank you. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Jen in Illinois. By the way, Illinois is crushing it. Canada, a close second. It's interesting. Dotton was not supposed to be on the show. Somebody was supposed to be on the show. They canceled or something happened. And with only a few weeks before the show started, he was a replacement. I don't think and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he said he's never thought about marriage. I think he just didn't know that was even an option. Which, by the way, for him to be a top 2 right now, not knowing anything about the show, almost like, let's say, again, these are all hypotheticals here. Let's say Charity and Dotton end up together and they have 10 kids and then they have grandkids. Their whole lineage is based on this weird butterfly effect that Dotton went on the show and someone else was supposed to. It's like we live in some alternate universe that's completely different than what was supposed to happen. It's almost like we live in a world that the toes of Dale Moss have shadowed down on us, one hangnail to the left, and we'd be in a completely different society. Logan gets picked up by an alien and no one's questioning him and his COVID positivity, and all of a sudden Braden's got... Okay, so you understand. The Coca-Cola's hitting. All right, let's move it along. Catherine, Wisconsin, don't you know?
Hey, Dave, it's Catherine here from Madison, Wisconsin, currently living in Daytona Beach, Florida. I love your show, love your community.
Oh.
It's so much fun to
I love them too.
talk about love together in your community. Everybody has such great things to say. My take on this is this season really does show us how hard it is to find true love, clarity, when you're in such a short amount of time and you've got these excellent candidates. So I really do think she's just very confused. I think she's going to figure it out in the end who she truly is in love with. So I agree with, I think it was Sherry from Rhode Island. Have a great night, everyone.
Yes, Sherry from Rhode Island. Thank you so much for the phone call. Catherine from Madison, Wisconsin, currently living in Daytona Beach. Catherine, do you have tattoos on your back? I don't know why, but I feel like if you live in Daytona Beach, you have back tattoos. Please, everybody, and by everybody I mean me, wants to know, Catherine, call back and tell us how many tattoos you have and something interesting about yourself, because we love Wisconsin and we love Florida, and what a combo. All right, Mary commented, is the falling in love comment real? The most honest guy was Xavier. Reality, not enough time in this short time frame to really fall in love. Hello from Illinois. I think if Xavier didn't admit to cheating, or, I mean, it's good to be honest, but I don't know. And again, you always sound like a cheater when you like talk about these hypotheticals. But I know Nick Vial talked about this when Tino mentioned he cheated. If it's a victimless crime, and in this case, the victim would have been Xavier's ex. But if you truly have moved on and learned from it, why instill doubt in your partner? And I say that because you don't offer up information when you've learned from something. If I used to think that the world was flat, I might not tell you that because I've learned it's not. I don't know. I was looking for something that would have made sense. I think you guys get my point. But so Charity's like, thanks for telling me, but at the same time, now you've given her things to think about. It led to a conversation where she was able to snuff out Xavier and realize maybe he's not ready for marriage. But the old adage is, but who is? No one on this show is. All right, we got 3 more voicemails, so feel free to call the voicemail line, 401-213-9828.
Sabine again. I'll admit it. It's okay when Charity does it. I can't really pinpoint why. The only thing I can say is that when Ben Higgins did it and when Clayton did it, they didn't do it as well. I feel like she was more smooth. That's not fair. Also, I'm a lady, and I'm living vicariously through Charity. So, is it noble? No, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, look.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you so much. Look, I'm being the middle child here, where I'm going. What if Clayton told 2 women he loved them, and Charity told 2 men she loved them? Why is Clayton the bad guy, and we're not even questioning Charity? Again, times have changed since Ben Higgins did it, but we were losing our mind. Can you believe he told? And also, are we reaching that phase of the show where we need, like people have said, where we need this conundrum to happen because we're like looking for, like a greater drug? You know what I mean? Oh, the old painkillers aren't doing it for us now. Where's the heroin? Is that what we're after? Do we need the heroin? And by heroin, I don't mean, strong female lead. All right, let's go to Virginia Beach. Oh, from Daytona Beach to Virginia Beach. Fun times.
Hi, my name's Carrie, and I'm calling from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I just had a strange conspiracy theory idea, kind of kooky, but do you think that Caitlyn and Jason's breakup, could they have known and saved it for right now when everything's starting to go down with the Bachelorette and Charity and all, just to raise attention for the franchise? Just wondering. Have a great night.
No. I don't think so. I don't think Caitlyn and Jason broke up to revive the franchise. No, I think they took a deliberate amount of time to make sure they were doing the right decision for themselves. I think they told their friends and family in the last couple of weeks, and I think they finally kind of knew they couldn't wait any longer. So some people are saying, Skimilku says, oh, because Clayton slept with everyone, that's the difference. No, absolutely. You got me there. Clayton not only said I loved you, but he had sex with them. Ben Higgins, though, just said I loved you to them, right? So it's not... So I understand the variables are a little different, but we have totally hyped up the idea of falling in love with 2 people in the past. I mean, we have over here somewhere... I don't know. I might not have saved it when Ari did it, right? When Ari said "I love you" to more than one person. Now Ari's season ended up so messy, as we know. He not only did he say "I love you" to multiple people, he also took PPP loans for his business while living in a second vacation home in Honolulu. I mean, he's really just roughing it. Pray for Ari, please. But either way. I understand these situations. They're not all the same. I'm just, and I don't think we should be upset with Charity either. I don't think, Nancy said, I have seen a UFO since you brought it up. Oh, where was the UFO? Tell us about it. All right. I love a good UFO story. Let's go back to Rachel.
Hi, Dave. It's Rachel again. I'm going to call one more time because you're really prodding about the in love with people reaction.
I'm prodding, baby.
I'm the one who said, oh, Ben broke the internet by saying it. But then you kind of went on and saying like, oh, it's terrible when the men say it, but we accept Charity saying it. Just as a viewer of the show for so many years, I'm okay with anyone saying it because at this point, I really think it means nothing. Until they say, I love you, it kind of doesn't mean that much. And Charity's just really feeling it and really in the moment. And to be honest, like, I wasn't mad at Clayton saying I'm in love with both of you. I think everyone knows the infamous line Clayton said was the intimate part with both of you, which kind of rubbed everyone the wrong way. But yeah, I think the leads can say it. It's fine. I don't see a problem with men or women saying it. Let's see if Gary says it though.
Gary. Yeah, he's on a short timeline here. Gary needs to tell all the ladies he loves them. No, look, I get it. I'm cattle prodding here. And am I a middle child? Well, not really. I'm the younger of two. My sister's 11 and a half months older than me. My mom remarried and then had two more boys. So technically, I am somewhere in the middle, but I think personality-wise, I operate more like a younger child. All right, got a couple more voicemails, but if you want to leave a voicemail, now's the time. Yeah, we have 178 people watching the show right now and 50 likes. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. It helps, get our content out to new audiences. We're going to have a pretty busy day tomorrow. We had a ton of content come up for the Bachelor Rush Hour podcast today. If you guys haven't already, definitely check that out. And also, I've got all of my stand-up shows that I'm promoting coming up. This Friday, I'm on a Bravo-themed stand-up show in Los Angeles. I don't benefit from any ticket sales, but it still would be nice if you guys wanted to come. But there you can see, if you click on my link tree in my Instagram, the Huntington Beach show, 8/17, the Seattle show, 8/24, and all of the other things. If you want to buy a Tesla, you can get $500 off. I got all of the links right there, and you can go get those. I was just browsing. Oh, look, it's Ariel Frankel. Some people in Bachelor Nation have called her hot, but objectively, I think she's a very nice person. Let's see what she's got on her Instagram stories here. I'm playing on the fact that people were wondering if I was calling too many people hot. That's hot. Wait, hold on. What did she just say? As someone with no Greek ancestry, it's a year on. Oh, she's not Greek? I thought she was Greek. Let's see here. What else do we have from Ariel? Well, whatever. She hasn't really been involved much in Bachelor Nation after leaving her show. I don't know if she's on Paradise. I can't remember. Zelda says the end of the season is more exciting when the lead doesn't say the L word. It illuminates some of the drama with the last picks. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Absolutely. I'm trying to click on things here. I just posted a new reel. If you guys want to go check that out right here. I told you earlier I'd post this. So any comments you guys have would be fantastic. I called out the folks that I called out ladies that believe in astrology. So there it is. It's my joke about astrology. You can go get that. Someone said she's Jewish and Ukrainian. I don't know why. She looks Greek to me. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's because she was vacationing in Greece, so I just assumed she was from there. I'm not sure.
Hey, Dave. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even form a sentence. I do not have any tattoos. I have natural tattoos as I'm a redhead and I have a gazillion freckles.
All right, no tattoos. I just assumed if you moved to Daytona Beach, you had to get a tattoo to become or is it just everyone who goes to Daytona Beach?
But I am 60, Dave. I'm probably one of the oldest gals in your chat, in your community. But I've always had a lust for love. I think you can find love no matter how.
I love that. You've had a lust for love. I just have a love for lust. But either way, 60 years young, you don't sound a day over 25.
How old you are. I'm super excited to watch Gary's season. And something interesting about me, I can imagine. I'm a wonder child, and I love changing careers. But I'm retired now. So great to talk to you all. Thanks for asking me to call back. Take care, and let's have a comedy show down here in Daytona Beach.
Oh, I would love to come to Daytona Beach. That would be fantastic. I'll get a tattoo in Daytona Beach. So, former police officer. Oh boy, I bet those freckles were very menacing in a nice cop outfit. I don't know, or maybe Madison, Wisconsin are very kind police officers. Do you arrest people in a wheel of cheese? You know, the cheese head? I don't know. All right, Bruce, back to Oregon.
Bruce from Oregon. Dave, all right, let's go with this idea. You may need the X-Files music. Remember, like the first time you try a fine Oregon IPA beer, you're like, what is this beer? I can't stand it. But, you know, you have another one, and then you have another one, and then at the end you're like, I love a good IPA from the Northwest. It's great. Maybe this is what's happening with the show. Like, we're just becoming desensitized to being in love with, you know, 3 people at once. Okay, bye.
Bye, Bruce the Moose. Bruce the Moose from Oregon. Look, Bruce, I got to tell you, I never have been able to get into IPAs. Maybe I just don't have the proper taste buds. I'm just a trash. I'm a trash light lager type of guy. But by the way, for those that are coming to the Seattle show and that are going that get VIP tickets, it's coming with a koozie. The VIP tickets will come with a koozie with a beer in the koozie. I think it might even say what kind of beer. Let's see, if you go to the tickets, let's go to the tickets here. If you buy the VIP tickets, I think it says ticket include front row seating, show poster, 1 free can of Rainier. So what's Rainier? A Rainier beer. Let's see what kind of beer Rainier is. But this looks like a real shitty kind of beer. No offense to Rainier. This looks like the local PBR. All right, so just it's a cool. So you get a nice Rainier beer, Rainier for life. So anyway, are they based out of, let's see, where's Rainier based out of? Either way, do you guys want to know what the koozies look like, or should we save that? We have the koozies ordered and are being delivered. I tell you what, I'll show you guys what the koozies look like right now. I'm going to show you guys right now. That's right. You get a private behind the scenes. Oh, congrats to Stephanie, our new member here. Let's see. Where is the order form? Hold on. Maybe I should do this before you guys can see it. Here it is. I found the proof. I'm going to show you guys the proof of the koozie that is coming with your beer. Here it is, folks. Are you guys ready? Here it is. Spill tea, not beer. Dave Neal fan club. That's the koozie. Someone said, do we need more koozies in life? And the short answer is yes, we do. So there it is. I don't know who, and maybe Bruce, was it you? Maybe it was someone else. Somebody said spill tea, not beer, or they said a version of that. Maybe they said don't spill your beer, spill your tea. Whatever it was, brevity is a virtue, and I think that's a fantastic koozie. Maybe we'll offer these for sale on the merchandise website. Maybe I'll only sell these for people who come to the show. If you're coming to the Seattle show and haven't purchased a VIP ticket, I'm going to have a select number of these, and I'm going to sell them donation only. So whatever it is you think it's worth. I know some people think koozies are stupid. I got this one koozie here. It's a stupid couple. The koozies lasted longer than the relationship. You know, you ever get a wedding koozie and they're always like, I used to have a bit about that. Is that person marriage material? I've got a koozie that lasts longer than a marriage. So marriage material should be made out of koozies. I don't know, whatever. All right. Anyway, let's move it along here, folks. Oh, we haven't been to Oklahoma in a while. Let's go to Oklahoma.
And in Oklahoma, since you brought up UFOs as interest from your audience, you're so good with recaps. I would really like you, and I could get a lot of viewership, to recap congressional testimony in the hearings about unidentified aerial phenomenon or UFOs. That was just week before last, and the various things that are going on what's being released, and people are saying what that have credibility and military history and credentials. So that's an idea for you to add a recap on UFOs, on what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Oklahoma. Yeah, actually, and I'm waiting for this to pull up. I have covered this on the podcast, but I haven't really covered it as an exclusive video on my channel because, you know, unfortunately, our channel's balls are tied directly to promoting Bachelor content. But I think if you went back a little bit, you'd be able to see somewhere I covered the UFO thing. You'd have to do some research on that. But I'll continue as the hearings keep going on. I'll continue to talk about it. Absolutely. All right. Oh boy, it's getting warm in here. We're gonna get out of here in a minute. Last call for voicemails. 401-213-9828. And let's go to Sarah from Hawaii. Aloha.
Hi, Dave. This is Sarah from Hawaii. And I was just wondering, I haven't seen the final episode yet, or today's episode, but I was wondering if you could explain some of your merchandise, like some of the terms that are used Like I think there's something called what was it? Bottom creatures or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot that I'm like, oh, okay, what is that? And then there's another one like I digress. But okay, if you could let us know, that'd be awesome. Just curious to know more about your merch. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, merchandise is something I don't really promote too often here. But if you go to my videos, under any video, including the one we're watching right now, so if we go to the video right now, you'll see underneath it that there is a merchandise link, and that'll take you to a website where you can get highly customized. Oh, but I'm literally sweating in here. You can get highly customized. I don't know why it's not showing up. My internet's been like this all night long. I digress is just a term we've said, in the past. So a lot of people still, that's kind of like it's like a term that we have here that if you know the I digress, then maybe you're, maybe if you know Bookshelf Dave, it's kind of a way for people to say they've been here for a bit. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with my spread shirt. Let's see if we can find it in here. I don't see it. Let's go. Maybe it's not on live videos. Let's just go to a normal video. So if you go to like a normal video from earlier today, there it is. You'll see the Dave Neal store. So you can go to the Dave Neal store and click on any of these items, and it'll show stickers you can buy if you want to be $2 to be a power listener. Tasha designed these stickers right here. I think they're pretty cute stuff. So tons of different stickers, but there's a real bunch of different content. And everything, if you wanted to get, you could get like a shirt here, Broken Hearts Club, some different things here. But some of the staples, we have the fantasy suites. Let's go to more here. But say you wanted, let's see here. I want to find one that's more of a personalized saying that we have. If you have the barrel scraping is the term we use to refer to scraping the bottom of the barrel, which means when there isn't much content, we're really trying to find content during the off season.
Barrel Scraping Dave.
So we have different, you know what? Here's the Barrel Scrapers Club. Tasha designed this. Isn't this fantastic? It's Barrel Scrapers Club, and here's the print in the center here. Isn't that lovely? You can put your kid in it. You can get all these different sizes and colors and whatever. And how it works is we don't have to keep inventory. So if it's like a $34 shirt, I don't know, we might get like $6. Like we get a cut of it, but it's not like a huge money grab. So only buy something if you want. But I need to order this one for myself. Barrel Scrapers Club. They're essentially priced at whatever the website recommends. So those are the different things you can get for barrel scraping, and a whole bunch of old stuff there. We have some of the old, I think we had one like something about getting kicked out of the rose ceremony. That was from a few seasons ago. These bees ain't sending me home. Fantasy suites. And again, Tasha, I told Tasha, I told her, whatever we sell, the money goes directly to her. She can have all the profits because she designed these different designs here. Anyway, let's let that load, and I'll go to our last voicemail.
Hi, Dave. It's Mimi from Pittsburgh. I'm waiting for you to come here. I have nothing to say about the show. I agree with whatever everybody was saying tonight. But have a good night. Don't forget Pittsburgh. Bye.
Mimi in Pittsburgh. Thanks so much. It's on the list, I tell you. I know. Anyway, I'm having, like I said, I'm having a hard time pulling this up. But the fantasy suites, where's the one that I had from earlier? That's the one I got to get to Thomas. We just haven't scheduled our driving with Dave yet. The fantasy suites there. Suites like in the things I can't eat anymore. All right. If you haven't already and you want to check out more of my content, I interviewed non-Bachelor. Part of my Driving with Dave series is going to involve non-Bachelor people. So Dave Neal show. So if we go over here, this coming week, I've got an actress who stars on a TV show. We're going to have her on this week. And then I think Brian Abasolo said he wants to come on. Giannini Gabelli said she wants to come on, although she's not here. I just asked... what's her name? Schultzman? What the hell's her name from Kentucky? But anyway, I had a conversation with my buddy, Johnny Mitchell, about launching his successful YouTube channel after being a drug dealer. Hey, you might think, this is a weird conversation. I'm not sure if I want to listen to it. I think it's fascinating. And if you trust me, I'm telling you, maybe give it a shot. It's great that we can get like Andrew Spencer here. It got 12,000 views, but it's kind of annoying, and it's no one's fault, really. You guys clearly have an interest in Bachelor contestants, but just trust me, I'm going to put together good interviews. So we have some non-Bachelor people in the pipeline as we try to branch out of the Bachelor world. It's going to be good. You know, these are good conversations. Here's how it started. I'll play the beginning for you, just a quick teaser, and you guys can go watch that after if you want.
Readily available market, you know, as you do, selling to college kids is a pretty easy proposition, right? Figure out we can make triple our money, triple our profit by sending it to the East Coast, to New England, New York.
So now you're trafficking.
Now we're trafficking. Now we're really in it. And that's how we blow the business up and you know, make millions before, you know, I take my inevitable fall.
Hey, what is up? Yeah, so some people, B-Bean said Tom Hanks, Denzel, yeah, those would all be fantastic. I just, you know, it's kind of like rungs on a ladder. It's hard to even get some of these Bachelor people to respond to me, which, to be completely honest, I think it's a real missed opportunity for them. I understand that they'll probably get inundated with podcast requests, but I think if we continue to make this high quality, that we'll continue to get high quality people that want to be a part of it. But, you know, some people just they're just not gonna, you know, want to do it, and that's fine too. But Rachel Lindsay hasn't responded to me, but Brian Abasolo did. We don't want to beg anyone to do it. If people don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. Blake Horstman, of course, said when he's in LA, he'll do it. Blake Moynes, I believe, would be a fantastic guest. I'd like to get some others. Anyway, so Tino is going to be off contract in a few weeks, so I anticipate we'll have Tino on it. And yeah, well, look, we're at an hour, and it's going to be a long week. We have a lot of content. So if you haven't already, you can go check this out. It's our latest video on the Dave Neal Show. And otherwise, that's going to do it for me. So thank you guys all so much. I'm going to do a hard exit. No music on the way out. Hard exit. Going to go get the other room ready for some Below Deck. That's not a metaphor. That's a TV show on Bravo. I've been loving it. But I appreciate all the support. The merch site is open. And Patreon. Oh, let's just promote that. Tomorrow on the Patreon, we'll be live around the 10 a.m. hour. I got to tell you, for everyone in the chat room, let me know. I mean, I think the Patreon's been pretty good. We've had like a consistent this week, 30 people in the chat. We're discussing the different breakups. I have a theory. Okay, I'll just say this. I have a theory about the Jason Tartick, Caitlin Bristow breakup. I don't feel like sharing that publicly because I just think it's too far down the speculation hole, but I'm doing it on the Patreon. I'll talk about that more tomorrow. And the news that's not quite ready to share publicly, we discuss on the Patreon, like the other couple that's broken up, that hasn't said they're broken up, but they are. We have that on the Patreon and so much more. So many people have joined. It's as little as $5 a month. If you want any of that extra content, my Seattle show, I will be airing the full stand-up show to the Patreon. So if you can't make it to the show itself, you'll be able to get that there as well. And also, last but not least, if you want to donate to our charities for the teachers, if you go to my Instagram, you go to my profile right here. If you just click on the link tree, Goose Khan says, I wonder if Charity went below deck. She maybe she did. If you go to my link tree, you will see, I just lost a button. Right here, Dave Neal Community Teachers Wish List. If you click on that, it has all of the teachers Amazon wish list that we're promoting. I know it's a little overwhelming, but we're going to try to chip away at it, and your donations are really appreciative. All right, folks, that's it for me. I'm sweating, so I got to get out of here. Have a good one. We'll see you bright and early in the morning. Goodbye, everybody.